right, top of the morning to you, 65 degrees. You got aired out live from Fly on the Wall Productions, Main Street, Barrie. On Facebook and YouTube, streamed everywhere you get your podcasts, and on the web at airedoutVT.com. I'm JD Green. Nice to have you with us this morning. We are always live, never edited, 100% organic, real, raw, relevant, relatable. And we're going to be diving in here in a second with Dave Sawyer, representing the town of Berlin. We're going to be talking about the options tax. Oh, yes, exciting stuff this morning. It is Thursday. We have news about the smoke coming down from Canada, which, you know, we posted a whole hell of a lot of it last night up on the Aired Out page, information that you need to know. But the bottom line is the air quality is going to be just horrible. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's just me or what the deal is, but I haven't been affected by any of this air quality stuff. None of it. It just I don't smell it. I don't whatever. But then again, I also don't have asthma or any COPD. Knock on wood, thank God. But I'm sure that there are many folks that are feeling the effects of this, and man, it's just not going to be good. Apparently, it's going to be like the worst that it's been. We've made comments here on the air that about it, that it makes for some beautiful sunsets, and it does. It really does. Hey, next Wednesday, the 5th, and I know there's a lot of stuff going on here and a lot of stuff to remember in the 4th of July weekend and everything that's going on. But next Wednesday, the 5th, in the afternoon, I think sometime around 5 o'clock or so, we are going to be broadcasting live out on the sidewalk with Tracy Haynes from Giroux General Transport, and giving you a chance to come by, meet Tracy, learn about the trucking industry, how much it is needed here in Vermont, and just get a chance to not only chat with her, but also maybe fill out an application and get into the next class. I know that there's already been some buzz about the September sign-up for CDL classes. So with Giroux General Transport, we know the demand has never been higher. We talk about this all the time for CDL drivers across the country, and Giroux General Transport, one of our presenting sponsors right here in the Granite City, well aware of this and doing all they can to get you a Class A or B CDL license. And they have been full for years now. Every couple of months, they have new classes, and they're just jammed. 802-279-3325 if you want to learn more and find out everything you need to know, including all future classes and information at Giroux General Transport. And visit their Facebook page as well. So here we are. Dave Sawyer going to be with us in just a little bit. Shout out to some of our sponsors this morning, like Barslow Construction, who is just buried right now, which was predicted. I mean, Rex and the team were saying over the winter that they were guessing that they were just going to be just jammed this summer, and that's exactly what's going on. They are so busy. However, they're still taking calls. They're still taking free estimates. Just get in touch with them. The easiest way to get in touch with Barslow Construction is just to get them on Facebook and reach out to them through there. No matter what it is that you're thinking about, new windows, doors, siding, maybe a new roof, whatever it may be, a deck, they've pretty much done all of those things and a lot more at my house, and there's good reason why they're a presenting sponsor, because I love them, and I encourage you to get in touch with them and fully endorse them. Just can't say enough about them. Bulldog Metal Recycling and Storage Containers. We were just up there Wednesday, I think it was, broadcast live and hanging out with the team up there. Had a little bit of internet Wi-Fi funk from the site up there at the metal yard, but man, we had a great time. Just amazing food and drink and camaraderie, and meeting with members of the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce and the whole family up there at Bulldog. It was so cool to see kind of behind the scenes there, the operation that whole family, and yes, family owned and operated, has been doing. They are hiring, by the way. Bulldog, get in touch with them. Cam's going to be, at some point, is going to be on the air with me as well over at Bulldog. So, their son. So, looking forward to it. I don't know if Jason Gauthier is listening this morning, but Gauthier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance is just so unbelievable. I've never been more impressed with them, everything that they do. My property, my yard, they've been weed whacking and mowing and landscaping, and I appreciate them so much. It is an amazing feeling to come home and find your yard has been mowed and weed whacked and looks like $1 million, and I just appreciate them so much. They go the extra mile. Jason's had some equipment in there. He's been moving some stones around and filling in some spots, and there's more work to be done. And I am so lucky that I've got Giroux as part of my extended family that's doing work at my house like this when I'm not there, which is a lot. Nelson Ace Hardware, right across the street from us. I'm looking on I would say maybe 70 feet across the street. They've got all the grills out. I can see there's some buzz behind the glass there. They are very busy this morning heading into the 4th of July weekend. They've got everything in there. And listen, if you're one of these guys that at the last minute you're saying, oh, man, it's the 4th of July. I need some decorations. I need some a couple of flags. I need to make my house look patriotic. And I've got to get some charcoal, or I've got to get something for the grill. Whatever it may be, that's kind of the one-stop shop right there. You walk in there, it really, I mean, when I say everything, I mean everything. Like, you can even get toilet paper. I mean, everything is in Nelson Ace Hardware. Stop in, and you're going to be greeted almost immediately when you walk through the door and asked if you need help finding something, which for folks like me, that's imperative. And that's going to make all the difference between whether I go to this hardware store or that hardware store. Because, quite honestly, I always need help when I'm walking in the doors of a hardware store. I most of the time, I need something, but I don't know exactly what I need. And if I can talk with Clay or any of the staff there, they're going to explain to me, oh, yeah, we get it. This is what you need right over here. Come over here. Look at this. This is what you need. Do this, do that, do this. And if you have any trouble, bring it back or talk with us, and we'll get it right for you. So I love them. I just do. And we are so honored to have them as a presenting sponsor. Salvador and Babic. Those of you that know me, you know that I'm not a numbers guy. Never been good with math. The last thing that I will ever be in my life is an accountant or a carpenter. But when I rely on Salvador and Babic to take the wheel of my finances or my tax situation, and let's be honest, there's always a situation with taxes. Go to Salvador and Babic. Do what I do. Just, they're going to tell you, hey, bring us this, and then just go sit and relax. We'll call you if we have any questions. Just let us drive. And they do that all the time with all of their customers. Trusted, reliable, dependable. They get it done on time. They get it done right. No matter what you have going on, They'll take good care of you. Salvador and Babbitt, we love them. FGB Theaters, Elemental is one of the popular movies that is playing right now, but Indiana Jones, and man, they got tickets for all of these movies. You can grab a gift card, you can grab an FGB card, but make sure you get there early enough to grab some popcorn and some drinks and get to the movies. You know, with the weather being what it is, so damp and so rainy, and today is going to be another one of those. It's a perfect time to get to FGB Theaters, and they've got matinees. I think they start late afternoon, so get over to FGB Theaters. And when I say FGB Theaters, I'm talking about the Paramount Twin right here in Barrie. And also the Capitol Showplace 5 in Montpelier. Yipes, the only union print shop that I know of is Yipes right here in Barrie. We love all the work they do, all the graphics, all of the logo design. They are jammed. They're busy. There's something to be said about a company when you walk through the doors. You're walking into an environment that is extremely busy. The phones are ringing. People are moving around quickly and working. Everyone's working. No one's sitting surfing their cell phones. Everyone has got a job to do, and they're moving quickly. That's Yipes, and that's what we love about them. Dave Sawyer with me, sitting right across. Grab that mic, my friend. Pull it up right tight to you, and let's chat with you, buddy. What the hell's going on? Last time you were in here, we were talking about gambling, right?
Oh, yeah, we were talking about the poker, yeah, and the online.
How the hell are you?
Stuff. Not bad. How you been?
You're still gambling. That's a dumb question.
Yeah, I'll never stop playing poker. Never.
And now, you know, one of the things that I wanted to ask you about is we've got legalized sports betting here in the state of Vermont. How do you feel about that?
Well, you know, I haven't read over the whole bill, and it's you know, it's a step in the right direction. I mean, to keep the money here and keep Vermonters from having to go other places to make their bets, like New Hampshire and stuff like that. I just a few problems I have with the bill is basically that they didn't take the time to think about the amount of people they would employ within the state of Vermont, because it's going to be a contracted deal, either with you know, like FanDuel or one of the other contractors that do the sports betting and the kiosks and stuff like that. It really doesn't put any Vermonters to work. Whereas if they would have thought about it and come up with, you know, some maybe social card rooms or something like that, it would offer hundreds of jobs, year-round employment to Vermonters. It will bring revenue stream in, though. So it's a step in the right direction. They just got to think about it a little more, how we can put, you know, hardworking Vermonters into a position that they're going to get year-round meaningful employment.
Who should we write to? How should we, as Vermonters, push for that?
Well, we need to talk to our representatives. We need to, you know, and I'm not talking about a brick and mortar casino, but if they put in a social card rooms and stuff like that, you know, each one of these throughout the state, they would have revenues from the licensing, and plus the staff that it needs to run one of those. So if they talk to a local representative and they're in favor of playing cards and stuff like that, you just talk to your local reps and have them expand on this bill.
Well, they've got a room like that over in, I think, West Leb, right?
Yeah, they do. They have one in West Leb. They've got one up north in New Hampshire. And now, even in New Hampshire, the brick and mortar casinos, I just read the other day that they're putting another one possibly in a new one in Concord they're building from the ground up.
Yeah.
And West Lebs even has slot machines now.
Yes. Yeah. And what I understand is it the Honda dealership that's right there by Miracle Mile that they're going to be turning into a small casino?
Yeah, that's that one. They want to change that into a small casino as well. So, there's a lot of money that comes into the state by doing that. The problem with what I see for the state of Vermont is everybody's still leaving the state to go where they can play legally.
Right.
Yeah.
Running to New York, right?
New York, West Leb,
Springfield, Mass.
Springfield, Mass, MGM. Boston, you have the Encore.
Mohegan Sun.
Mohegan Sun in Connecticut.
Foxwoods
in Connecticut. They're everywhere. And, I was down in Cherokee, North Carolina playing. I ran into Vermonters. Right now, Las Vegas, Norm, a friend of mine's out there playing the World Series. Matter of fact, he just cashed in the World Series seniors event. He's playing today another event. So he traveled to stay out there for the month.
No shit.
So that he could play. Yeah.
Wow.
So
it's very cool. So tell us about you in Berlin. Are you on the select board or?
Yeah, I've been on the select board. I've been on it for the past 2 years. This is my last year.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been an adventure.
Has it?
Yeah,
sure.
learning all this stuff and trying to make sense out of how political positions work. So yeah.
Waters can get murky at times.
It does, but I generally chirp in and I just say what I think.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
Yeah.
We need more folks to do that.
Yeah.
What is this? And we just had Joe Stop in here not too long ago, last week, chatting a little bit about this. But listen, there's a lot of folks out there that get confused by this. We get overwhelmed. There's a lot of information coming down, a lot of misinformation that's coming down. Social media can help us, but it can also confuse us because everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got an angle. There's a lot of chatter about option tax. And there's a lot of information, as Joe and I were chatting on the air and off the air, that is not entirely accurate. It can be, we can be strayed from the truth about an option tax. What is it? I mean, people can sound their own alarms, and we just need to kind of set the record straight and get educated on what it is.
Well, here's the thing. Anytime somebody says, "Hey, we're going to do this with taxes," everybody immediately says, "Oh, wait a minute, hold the phone."
It's the T word.
Yeah, it's going to cost us more. It's going to cost us more. In Berlin during the daytime, and our population is grown 4 times, meaning like during the night, our population is around 3,000. During the daytime, we have 12,000 people. Between the medical center, National Life, all of the big infrastructure that we have within the town, and this option tax, although it does increase by 1% or whatever that we're looking to do, I don't have the exact numbers, but that option tax, by being on goods purchased other than groceries and then either rooms and meals and stuff like that, it goes to help the residents of the town of Berlin. We already have it in Montpelier. We have it in Barrie. Both places have it. So we're stuck in the middle.
And surrounding communities in Burlington.
Burlington, Williston, and all them have it. It's where the people shop. Being that we're a little unique in Berlin and being a small bedroom community, really, at night we have all this infrastructure, the restaurants, the mall, all the outlets at the mall, the hotels and stuff like that where people come and visit. By this 1% tax or that would be collection on the option tax, it helps us slow down and stabilize the property taxes within the town of Berlin. It helps us put money into the capital expenditure fund so we can replace our road equipment, so we can help the police department vehicles, all that money that the residents is coming out of their taxes now. It's going to help keep that slowdown on the increase and help stabilize that a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not such a big impact on the locals when we're talking a small percentage on the option tax.
Right.
So it is a good thing for the town of Berlin
All right.
and its residents.
So it's right around, I think you were saying it's right around 1%, which
Yeah,
I think
believe
is what
the numbers,
Barry.
what I've heard. Yeah, it's the same as Barry and Montpelier. And of course, everybody pays it. But if you think about it, like at night we have 3,000 residents, but daytime we have 12,000. Well, it seems to me only smart, they're doing all their shopping in the town of Berlin. It's a very little impact on our residents.
All right.
And they're going to see the benefits of it by stabilizing the tax, slowing down. We're a growing community. And
Well, I want to talk, a little bit more about what would be exempt from this, but with revenue that would be generated, I think Joe was saying somewhere in the ballpark of $600,000.
the exact numbers I don't know. There are projections out there that seem to be in that neighborhood.
Per year?
Per year, yeah.
Wow. That's a lot of dough. But when you think about the cost of a couple of new police cruisers and some graders and some town trucks, that's going to be absorbed pretty quickly.
Exactly, and it does. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to plan for these so that every time a vehicle comes up or new purchase, that there's money there, that we're not always taking out loans or trying to find grants to pay for stuff. So this money managed correctly, and I do believe with the other individuals on the board, and our town administrator, it'll be managed in a way that it's going to stabilize, slow down the increase on your tax bill every year.
And you're saying that's the capital expenditure fund?
Yes.
Okay. So, it just seems like anytime we say taxes, and there's a few other buzzwords in our culture, that it is just so divisive. It's so divisive. I mean, it's a buzzword. People hear it, and immediately we have an opinion without getting the full spectrum, the full scope of all of the facts. And we really, as a community, as a society, we need to educate ourselves and really learn about all sides, and just be quiet for a little bit and think about, maybe we'll feel differently about it. We could go a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right when it comes to this, but there are folks that, and you're going to hear them, you're going to see them. I mean, they're on Facebook, no matter what, that are going to be on one side of the fence or not. Oh, we don't need any more plow trucks, or we don't need new police cruisers. But if we do, they should do their due diligence of getting involved with Berlin government and coming in, visiting a select board meeting, sitting down, and seeing firsthand, this is our plow truck right here, that's not going to make it through another winter. If we're lucky, it might. This is a police cruiser that's got to be replaced for whatever reason right now, and we need 2 more new ones. Whatever it may be, Vermonters especially, need to see tangible stuff. And instead of sitting at home being a keyboard pirate and blowing your opinions all over social media, come to a select board meeting, learn, educate yourself, see what's going on.
Oh, absolutely. And the information's there, and these meetings are open to the public, and very rarely do you see anybody show up at these meetings. If you get the information, that's the problem nowadays. Facebook, all Twitter, and all this stuff. People think that what's on there is true. The thing about it is they need to educate yourself and realize, what are the facts here. Don't go with what you're seeing on Facebook, and I understand it, because I don't want the government in my pocket.
Sure.
Every time I turn around.
Sure.
But this is a situation for the residents of Berlin. It's a great opportunity, and the money come in will slow down the amount that it increases our taxes every year.
Yeah.
It's just, this is a good thing.
So let's talk about what would be taxed and what wouldn't. Joe is in here saying, please understand that when you're going grocery shopping, this is not going to apply.
Absolutely. There's not going to be any tax on groceries. If you go out to eat in the restaurant and have drinks and stuff, you're gonna have an increase of 1%.
Right.
So
at a restaurant,
at a hotel, if you're staying in town, and quite frankly, when it's to the hotels, it's not, the residents aren't paying that.
Right. Right. What else? What about clothing?
I'm not 100% clear on the clothing thing. I know on the other purchases, such as, sporting goods and stuff like that, I believe that tax applies. I'm not sure on the clothing part whether if there's an increase on that as well.
Okay. Where else would it be taxed?
Well, the liquor store,
Okay.
Liquor purchases in town. Any of the establishments that food to go, like I believe the deli and deli sandwiches that get made like at the sub shops and stuff like that, they would be paying that tax.
Anywhere else that we can fuel? Obviously, I'm guessing probably would not be.
There's so much tax on that. I don't believe, and that's the taxes to the state and
right. Yeah.
stuff like that. They got that locked up for you.
Different animal.
Yeah.
I think Joe was telling me that there's a pretty good percentage of non-resident voters for the town of Berlin.
Absentee ballots. People that are residing now that still claim Berlin as their home, and they have the right to do that. So
yeah, it's like 75% or something like that. It was huge.
Well, really? See, I'm not aware of that number. I know that it. A lot of people that have gone to Florida and places like that for the winter time, and then they still claim Berlin is their home. They're there, and I'm one of them, actually.
Yeah.
I'm here during the summer, and I'm gone come November. So, yeah.
Where do you go? Vegas?
I'm all over. I travel around all over.
Yeah.
Kentucky, Texas, Florida.
What are you what are you guys hearing right now from the community? What kind of what's being said in the select board meetings? Where are we?
Well, the last time this came up for a vote, and it very narrowly was defeated. I think because we didn't spend the time to educate the public. I think that if people look at this and get the facts, they're going to vote for it. Town residents will vote for this added tax. Because in the long run, they're gonna see it back. They're gonna see a benefit in doing that. People don't stop and say, "Hey, I'm not going to go to Barrie because they have the option tax. I'm not going to go to Montpelier because they have the option tax." If they're going to go out to eat at one of the local restaurants, Sarducci's or in Barrie, Cornerstone, or any place like that, they don't stop and say, "I'm not going to go there because there's this added tax,"
right.
Which they don't even pay attention to it.
Sure.
So it's not going to stop people from coming to Berlin. The mall's there.
Yeah.
We're going to benefit by having it, because the majority of the people that go to the mall are going to continue to go to the mall.
Sure. Look at Maplewoods, how crazy it is. Busy,
all the time.
busy.
All the time. In and out, in and out, in and out. And
Applebee's in the hotel right there.
Right there. Yeah. So, the residents.
And the mall and the hospital. I mean, everything. The list goes on.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. During the daytime, we got 12,000 people in the town of Berlin. We need our fire department. We need our police force. The road crew has to keep things, clean and for snow removal. So why not put some of this on non-residents that are spending their money in the town of Berlin, which is the majority?
Yeah, Joe was saying, I'm looking at my notes here, 74 to 87% non-residents.
Correct. Yep.
74 to 87%.
And those are the ones that will be picking up and helping the town of Berlin with this money, so we can do the capital expenses and slow down how fast our property taxes are. Because right now, that's the 3,000 residents and landowners. That's who's footing the bill.
Businesses that might have to incorporate this, retail is retail would be applying this 1%, right?
Correct.
What about the fitness center, Green Mountain Community Fitness?
I'm not sure how that goes in there. I don't know if that membership would increase. I'm not sure if it's taxed that way or not. I've looked at the stuff. I haven't dug in deep to really see.
Yeah. And 802 Honda and Subaru right there too.
Correct. And I'm not sure how that affects the local, on the automobiles or not. But,
I think what I've read, what I've seen on social media is Vermonters want to know, not just residents of Berlin, but everywhere, want to know exactly what that list is of where they're going to be paying that 1% more. Not that it would sway them from, we're not gonna eat at Applebee's because we're paying a 1% higher, like you said, and a great point. But I think they just want to be aware of where the 1% or 1% ish. And of course, Vermonters want to know exactly what that percentage is, but exactly where it's going to be applied.
Yeah, and that information's available. All they have to do is reach out to the town clerk or to the administrator, and that information's available. It's not like they're trying to hide anything. It's all there, and anybody can call and ask exactly where it applies.
Just got a question here. Are hospital billed services impacted by this tax?
That's a question I don't know. I don't have the right answer, but I'm sure we can get that answer and respond to whoever asked that question, because the information is there.
Yeah, sure. It's good stuff. And like I say, there's a lot of stuff that's coming down the pipe in this world and in our state, out of Montpelier, and right here in our backyard, in our community. All you have to do is own a cell phone, and you're going to be overwhelmed by what's coming down the news and what's happening. And there's a lot of stuff to process. And frankly, we catch a lot of this information on the go. We're moving fast. We got a lot on our minds. We're thinking about stuff. We're always going from A to B, and we see, we see buzzwords like Berlin and options tax, and we quickly jump to conclusions without taking a educated step back, looking at things from a broader perspective. go up another 10,000 feet and look down at things and just take a deep breath, relax. Don't get worked up about this. Educate yourself, learn about it, and do this. Do this in you've got different ways to do that, and just catching what's going down on social media is probably not the best way. The best way would be come to a select board meeting. You're invited, and you don't have to come in with a badge on that says I'm a Berlin resident. Anyone's invited.
That is correct. And the information's there. Like I said, you just ask the questions. Like the state, they had some law changes on our firearms in the state.
Yeah, right.
And immediately when they said, I says, oh, here we go. Government's getting involved again.
Yep.
They're trying to protect the public, and some of it makes sense. Some of it doesn't. To me personally, but when I went right and asked, hey, so how's this going to impact me?
Yeah.
Ask the question.
Sure.
What's going on?
Where do you live, Dave?
I live in Berlin. I'm
Okay.
over off of Route 12. So.
All right. So you asked right off.
Yeah.
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 What else do we need to say this morning other than please come to a select board meeting?
Exactly. Whether you're a resident or not, we always have at the beginning any public comments. They can ask any questions, and you're free to come. You don't have to be a Berlin resident, but I do encourage Berlin residents to come in if they have questions. They want to know exactly where that money's going, how it's going to be dealt with. Come and ask.
Yeah.
I know we have a very good board with Joe Staub and Bradley Town and Flo and I can't ever remember the new guy just got on. He's been involved in politics in town for a long time.
It was Vince too.
Yeah, and Vince.
Yeah.
And even our town health officer and planning commission, Tom Badowski. All you have to do is ask.
Yeah.
You'll get the answers.
Thanks for coming in, man.
Well, thank you for having me.
We appreciate you so much.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna go gambling with you one of these days.
Well, I'm hoping that they will really look at that bill and because if they can add to it, put social card rooms within the state, we can put hundreds of Vermonters to work year round.
Yeah.
So
Be incredible. Thanks for coming in, Dave.
alrighty, thank
Listen,
you.
man, you know. You're invited in here anytime you want. And anyone from the select board. You guys got something to say? You want to talk to the community? Come right here.
It's great, and you're doing a great job.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
The Aired Out Podcast is seen and heard live from North Main Street in Barrie. We're on the air Monday through Friday between 9 and 10. And we love connecting with our audience and with you. And thanks for being a part of it. Lots to be said about this. Post up your comments, your opinions, and your thoughts. And get to a select board meeting. All right? Get yourself educated on this. Thanks for liking and following the page. Don't forget, again, to comment, to share any episode that you enjoy. We're always live. We're always local. We're never edited. And we're live on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah. Be well, everyone. Have a great Thursday. We'll catch you again tomorrow morning. Right here. On Aired Out.